It's halftime of today's game against the Ohio Dominican Panthers. Welcome back to our broadcast coverage of AU football. It's time for our Eagles Profile segment, and for that we welcome in junior safety EJ Teah out of Hilliard, Ohio, the Columbus area.
Yes, sir.
EJ,
yes,
I appreciate you coming by and chatting with us for a few minutes, but let's start by getting just some of your overall thoughts on last week. A great homecoming victory against Thomas More and your fourth straight win, and just an overall great day.
Honestly, it felt good. It felt good to be back home. You know, we've been road dogs, as our team would say, really on a lot of away games. But it's good to be home. You know, had a lot of alumni come back, a lot of alumni come and speak to us. I think that really helped us as far as with the win, and that was a good, complete game. Kind of a sloppy second half. It's not really us, but yeah, it was a good win. It was a good homecoming win, and yeah, packed out crowd.
Well, you guys had played 6 terrific quarters against winless football teams, and then, as you mentioned, there was a few penalties late where I guess at that point you can chalk it up to just losing a little bit of focus there. Yeah. But you guys had built a huge lead in that game, really took care of business.
Yes, sir. We talk about every game being a season alone, so we got to come in like no matter the other team's record doesn't really matter to us. It matters about we got to go out, attack, and play every game.
Doug and his coaching staff, they've kind of used that road warrior type situation as a challenge to you guys, haven't they? As far as just, hey, don't worry about where we're playing, just go out and win the games.
Yeah, they really talk about not really letting everything outside the field and outside the team really distract us, really hone in on what our beliefs are, our core beliefs, and really just believing in us and attacking every game.
You guys have been playing lights out defensively. In fact, leading the nation in total defense, allowing just a little over 200 yards a game, and the defensive secondary, EJ, is a big part of that. What makes that unit go? What do you like about the group, and just your overall thoughts on what you guys have been able to do so far?
I really liked how guys are buying in. We're coming in together, not just as like just coaches leading film, but player-led film. We're all buying in, getting more hours of film, really studying tendencies and techniques, and just really believing in our abilities and buying into what Coach Rose and Coach Orsini and Coach Ash, like what all the coaches are teaching us. We're really buying into those techniques and believing in the play calls, and then, like I said, like having confidence in yourself and the peers next to you. It'll all come together for us.
You guys function as kind of one unit. You and Izzy Vasquez are the safeties back there, and then of course you got the corners, and you have DJ Butler backing up as a whip position and getting into the backfield as well. How do you communicate all together? Obviously play calls come in as far as coverages. How do you get those, and just kind of tell the fans how it all works back there play by play?
Okay. Those guys came in, and they're kind of like a perfect match. You know, I've only known those guys for a few months, but I just feel like, you know, at this point, like, we're all brothers. We're all one big family, like the DB room. We call ourselves the mob. But as far as play calling works, obviously everybody really looks at me and Izzy. So we'll both look at the calls, make sure we got the checks, and then we'll alert motions and all that, and make sure our whips and our corners, like, tap off to us, that we know, like, we're all on the same page.
What do you think maybe is the greatest strength of this defensive secondary unit?
I'll just say, like, our egos, like, from top to bottom, whether you're first string, second string, third string, like, everybody's happy for each other, and everybody has that passion and the pursuit to pursue greatness as a unit. So I'll say that's the key right now.
You've had a couple of interceptions already this year. You had one in the opener and one a couple of weeks ago, but boy, those have to feel sweet when you can get your hands on the ball, right?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't really have any last year, so I've been really watching more film. I've been praying about it, been manifesting it. Coach Rose talks about visualization, so I've been visualizing a lot, and yeah, things have been turning out good, and season's not over yet.
You know, EJ, I think of when I think of you and your defensive abilities, I think of the interception in the Crossroads Bowl a couple of years ago.
Yeah, that was my first one. That was my first start. That's a game that kind of like put me on the map as far as like believing in myself, with my coaches really seeing my abilities. And, you know, with it being an away game, and it was a rainy game, it was a rainy, cold game, but that interception definitely meant a lot to me. So, yeah.
All right, we're visiting with EJ Teah here on our halftime show. Stay tuned. We'll have more coming up as our conversation continues after the break. You're listening to AU Football on Fox Sports 1340. Continuing our conversation with junior safety E.J. Teah. He's out of Hilliard Bradley High School, wears number 7 on his AU jersey. He's a safety on the defensive secondary. And E.J., let's go back to the beginning. Tell the folks how you got started in athletics and specifically how you started playing football.
So I grew up around football. My uncle, Chris Witcher, that's a guy I really looked up to, my mom's brother growing up. I wanted to play football so bad at the age of 4, but I couldn't. I had to wait till 5 to play tackle. Jumped right into tackle. First time I got the ball, I ran the opposite way. So I've definitely come a long way, and then I've been playing football ever since 5. Picked up basketball and soccer and track to help with my footwork and agility and all that. And then, coming into high school, Coach Geyser and Ashland offered me after my junior season, so before I was even a senior season, and they came and visited me a lot. Coach Geyser used to text me every week with motivational quotes throughout my senior season, and then I came here and I just kept working, keeping my head down. My first game here, I played only 4 snaps, kickoff, and then the end of my freshman year, I earned my first start, got my first interception, so that's just a story right there. That's my story.
Your high school career at Hilliard Bradley, for the folks who are not familiar with the Columbus area, who are some of the rivals for Hilliard Bradley, and what were some of your favorite or most memorable high school games, EJ?
Hilliard's on the west side of Columbus. It's a very populated, growing area right now. Pretty sure they're talking about making a 4th high school, but right now I went to Bradley, and the rivals are Darby and Davidson. So just when I come to Ashland, they talk about the rivalry with Hillsdale and like all the other GMAC schools that don't really like them. It's kind of built in me because in the high school, like, Davidson didn't like Darby, we didn't like Darby, we didn't like Davidson. So the Battle of Hilliard alone was a big rivalry. And some of the games that really stuck out to me was my senior year. At least my class, they've never beaten Darby, so we beat Darby for the first time my senior year, and then my junior year we beat Darby, and then we also beat Davidson. So winning the Battle of Hilliard that year.
Nothing like the Friday Night Lights of Ohio, and when you look at Ashland's roster, it's almost exclusively Ohio football players who all kind of understand that. Do you kind of find that it's even more of a brotherhood just knowing that everybody played high school ball?
Yeah, we got a lot of guys on the team, like from Cleveland, Columbus, Cincinnati, and I think like we all come together. It's kind of easier to bond because at the end of the day, we're all Ohio and we're all not too far from each other, and we kind of got the mentality like Ashland versus the world or Ohio versus the world, honestly. And so we got that chip on our shoulder that I think helps us too.
Well, obviously, as a junior now, you're very acclimated to the campus. And tell the folks, EJ, what you're studying at Ashland University and what you like about the school off the field.
Right now, I'm studying exercise science and leaning towards being PT or PTA. What I like is really like Ashland has a lot of resources and a lot of people. I think the community is the best part of Ashland. There's so many people that want to see you be great and want to see you accomplish your dreams and hopes and wishes and goals even. And a lot of the professors are really like family friendly, and like they even come out to our games and come to watch us. So yeah.
EJ, we appreciate the chance to catch up with you here and hear a little bit of your story. Congratulations on a great start for you guys. We head into the second half of the season and wish you all the best.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
All right, that is E.J. Teah, safety on the AU defensive core. He wears number 7. He's out of Hilliard, Ohio. Appreciate his time today on our halftime show. Stay tuned. We'll have more coming up from Ohio Dominican in just a moment, including a look at the first half stats. You're listening to the home of Eagles football, Fox Sports 1340.